Me for the next 30 minutes to strengthen your core, build that core strength. What's up? I'm Preston. Today we're doing 30 minutes of abs and core work with a lot of Pilates movements thrown in. Let's get started with the warm-up. Some cat and cow. So inhale, drop the stomach, look up for the cow. Exhale, round the back, push the mat away for the cat. We'll do one more inhale. Drop the stomach, look up, shoulder blades together. Exhale, round the back, push the mat away for the for the cat. All you'll need is a mat and some water. Let's do one high cobra before we get into our first plank of the day. Drop that pelvis towards the mat. And let's push back. Plank position. 1 minute and 48 seconds worth of plank goodness. So good plank form, checklist, tuck your pelvis, squeeze your abs, create a straight line from your butt to your shoulders. Your hands are underneath your wrists are underneath your elbows, and your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Squeeze everything, push the mat away at the same time retracting the shoulder blades, looking down. Don't forget to re-engage that core. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to enjoy this great plank. You could also do a forearm plank just as long as you keep your butt in line with your hips. Everything nice and low. Keep that going for another 45 seconds while I fire up the Instagram Live. There we go. Very nice. So either straight arm plank or forearm plank, whatever works for you, or you can transition between the two. Last 30 seconds of the plank before we take a quick child's pose and get right into our first core move. 15 more seconds on the clock. You got this. Were you able to stay up the entire time? Were you able to stay off your knees? Just a friendly reminder, we do the same movement at the end of the routine, adding on 1 second. How you doing? Let's transition. Full leg raises up first. Hands down by your side, legs up to the sky, legs glued together. Full leg raises all the way down to about 45 degrees and then back up. So you inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up, keeping the lower back in the mat, the hips down on the ground, looking up to the sky. 30 more seconds here. If you feel your lower back coming off the mat, just don't lower your legs as low, so maybe a little bit less to keep that lower back on the mat. Then as you increase your core strength, increase your flexibility, you'll be able to lower your legs without that lower back coming off the mat. 5 more seconds before we transition into the next exercise, which will be a heel walk. Come up to seated, heels on the mat. Tuck your pelvis under, roll your hips up. Balls of the feet off the mat, so just the heels as you walk side to side, or I should say front to back on your mat. When you reach one edge, take a second, tuck the pelvis under, lift the hips up even more, and then try and keep them there. And then continue your walk. Friendly reminder, you can chat with me if you're watching live on most platforms. I'll see the message on my screen. Also, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It lets me know who's liking the video, maybe how to add different exercises based on your age range, actually. YouTube tells me the average or the age ranges for the different subscribers, which is cool. Twisting sit-up up next. Roll on down, heels in the mat. As you sit up, you twist to one side. Nice big twist looking over your shoulder. Then you roll down, roll up to the other side. Today, for the abs and core movements, we're focusing on slow and controlled, full range of motion, and things like that. Things like that. So we always focus on the slow and controlled movements. We always focus on the full range of motion for the abs and core work. You don't need to go fast. The slower the better. Five more seconds left on this one. That was not a good twist. There we go. All right, nice work. Up next we have swimmer crunches with a reach to the knee. So for the swimmer crunch, you start in a butterfly position, soles of the feet together, knees apart, hands behind the head, little crunch up, and then take your right hand, reach for your left knee, back to supporting your head, one crunch up, left hand towards the right knee. So the idea here is to keep your knees nice and wide, your lower back on the mat, and then small little crunches out of your core, and then big reach over opposite knee. Great job. We're halfway through these. Can you keep the soles of your feet together? Keep that butterfly nice and wide, reaching, crunching, exhaling. 5 more seconds. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Teaser preparation up next. How do we want to do this? We'll start sitting up, nice and tall, feet out in front of us. Let's bring our legs to tabletop. Lean back a little bit, legs together. Extend the arms out wide. Maybe extend the legs out long. And then we'll roll down as we sweep our arms around our side, our knees into our chest. Nice work. So we can sit up and roll up doing this movement if you have the core stability. Otherwise, come to that tabletop first and then extend. Sweep around, grab behind your legs, slowly roll down. Head touches the mat. Let's try for another one. Up, reach, sweep, knees in. One more. Up, sweep, reach, knees in. Head smashing into the couch there. Let me move the mat a little bit. Superman up now. Lie down on the mat, push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up, reach forward, arms nice and long, legs glued together behind you. I'm actually going to change facing the other direction so I can really extend my arms nice and long. Pushing your pelvis down, scooping your abs up, reaching as far forward as you can. Once you think you've reached your max reaching potential, try and reach a little bit more. Squeeze your legs together. Try and get your legs, your toes, to touch that back wall. Remember the cue. Push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up. And enough of that, Superman. Lean back kicks up next. The exercise says what you do. You lean back, hands in prayer position. You're holding your balance. You kick out, drive your knees in. Kick out, drive your knees in. Try and lean back a little bit more maybe. Drive those knees in a little bit more maybe. So we're just leaning back as we're kicking out, going to that point where we feel like we're about to tip over, but we don't. We engage our core, squeeze our abs, hold that balance. Let me see if I can lean back a little bit more. Shoulders down and back. I have rounded shoulders. Kyphosis, I believe that's called. 10 more seconds. I sit and type all day. What do you expect? I'm working on improving that every day with exercises. We got 2 countdown beeps there. Close the door. Ukrainian Twists up next. Show you from the front view. So you can have your heels on the mat, hands in prayer position. Lean back like we were just doing. Twist side to side. Getting that elbow as low to the mat as possible. I want you to try and lean back even a little bit more. Maybe lift your heels off the mat. Keep your torso nice and steady. Look over that back shoulder. Big twist, side view. So either feet, heels on the mat, leaning back, twisting. You keep on leaning back until you feel like you're about to tip over once again. I almost fell over there. It's okay if you fall over, just get back up. Get back into those Ukrainian twists, which are superior to the Russian twists. Nice work. Side crunch. Let's do a really challenging side crunch, shall we? We'll do a side plank, side crunch. Stack your feet, raise your hips up to the sky, arm over your head, drive your knee in as you crunch up. Knee to elbow, side plank, side crunch. We'll transition to the other side in a few seconds. How much can you crunch in? How much can you keep those hips up to the sky? Last one on this side. Then let's flip on over, side plank, side crunch to the other side. First, stack or stagger your feet. Second, lift your hips up to the sky. Arm over your head. Crunch in. Hold the side plank. Hold those hips high. Drive the knee in towards the chest. Elbow towards the knee. 5 more seconds. We'll do 2 more. 2. And last one. Nice work. Cherry pickers up next. How am I out of breath? Because I'm really reaching and squeezing. So you lift your legs up to the sky for the cherry pickers. Glue them together. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Small reaches for your feet. Had a phone notification there. Had to check it out. It's the middle of the workday for me. I take 30 minutes in the middle of my workday to get some core Pilates work in. Some of my coworkers join. We stream it everywhere on every streaming platform. So if you missed me on YouTube, you can watch me on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Channel 5. Nice work. What's up next? Pelvic lift, so you can stay down on the mat with your feet on the mat, knees bent, feet hip distance apart, lower back glued to the mat, arms down by your side. Take a nice big inhale, and then exhale. Peel your pelvis up, lift it up towards the sky, and then at this top, hold it for a second, and on your next exhale, slowly lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. You can play your feet positioning with whatever allows you to really get those hips up to the sky while using your core muscles to do it. So at the top of your pelvic lift, give your legs a quick shake. This will disengage your leg muscles from actually helping you. So you want the majority of this out of your core. Of course, some of your glutes and leg muscles will kick in, but you really want to focus on lifting up and then making that diagonal line with your core muscles. Lying straight leg raise, we'll do one side then the other. So lie down on one side, doesn't matter which. Stack your legs, stack your hips, support your head or curl yourself off the mat. And we're just lifting our legs about hip height, maybe lower your head down. Goal here is to keep your hips stacked, legs stacked on top of one another. If your legs are not the same length, that probably means your hips are not stacked on top of each other, so try and roll your hips to make your legs straight. Let's flip on over to the other side. Lying straight leg raise, other side, support your head. You're just lifting your leg, you're reaching your leg to that back wall, so don't worry so much about lifting it up high, but really stretching it to that back wall. Yes, you got this. 2 and 1. Bicycle time. The biggest bicycles you've ever done. Lie on your back, lift your legs up to the sky together, and then pedal the biggest bicycle of your life. Keep your hands down by your side, your lower back glued to the mat, and your bicycle pedals the biggest circles, even so much that your toes graze the mat as you bicycle those feet. You reach up, down, you reach up, straight ahead, out, down, and in. Let's reverse that circle so we're bicycling in the opposite direction. Huge circles, really reaching forward and up. Toes can be pointed, nice and slow. Keep breathing just a few more seconds. And that's enough of the bicycles. Donkey kick with the pulses. Come to all fours. We'll alternate the legs. All fours will do whatever leg first. Just lift it up to hip height. Make sure your pelvis is level with the mat. Flex your foot. Small little pulses, trying to press that heel onto the ceiling. All of your weight should be in the same hand, or most of your weight should be in the same hand as the leg that's up. You can place your other hand on your hips for a little added challenge. Let's switch legs. Opposite leg bends, placing that foot on the ceiling, small little pulses, hips pointed towards the mat. Maybe take your opposite hand, place it on your lower back. Nice work. Nice work. Wood chops up next. We could come to a seated cross-legged position. Hands into prayer position. We're going to chop over to one side, then chop over to the other. You look behind your shoulder as you twist. Nice big twists. I hope you're having a great day today. And if you're not having a great day, now is your time to change that, starting with this ab and core routine, building strong, functional muscles. This will help you in everything you do. It may not seem like a lot just chopping side to side, but this is strengthening your back from getting injured. Jackknife up next. We lie down, arms and legs out long, and then we jackknife up and slowly lower down. So kind of like the teaser we were doing, but we can use momentum for this. We could hold it at the top. This one's really hard for me. Do the best you can. Maybe you're a pro at Pilates. I am not. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing it. Strengthening my body so I can fold in half like a jackknife. I told you Pilates will help you in everything you do every day. And I know every day you try and fold yourself into a jackknife, into a Swiss Army knife. So this will help you with that. Right into another super static hollow body hold. Legs to tabletop. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Reach your arms out long. Legs out 45, arms out 45. Arms reaching nice and long. Legs glued together, trying to touch that front wall. Lower back, of course, is always in contact with the mat. If you need to come out of this, just sweep your arms around, grab your knees into your chest, and then when you're ready, get back into that hollow body hold. I'm not looking too fat on the monitor today. Wonder why that is. I ate 4 big slices of pizza last night. No veggies, no fruits, just pizza and a protein shake. The pizza was awesome. 4 slices. Every slice was a different flavor, or whatever you want to call it. All right, scissor crossovers. Back down on the mat, arms down by your side. You can leave your head down. Start to cross your feet over one another like a scissor would, in and out. Maybe raise and lower your legs as you do the scissor crossover. Or you can keep the scissors going in a 45-degree angle for the most challenge. Less challenge, legs up to the sky. Whatever you're doing, keep it going. Pepperoni, bacon, vodka, and just a plain cheese is what I had last night. It was excellent. Dipped the crust in some balsamic vinegar. Yum. All right, we're getting close to the end. We have a roll-up coming up. Let's try the super duper hard version where you glue your legs together, arms up to the sky, palms facing each other. Slowly roll up, hands next to your thigh, only halfway, and then another 5 counts to roll up all the way to the top. Reach it forward, sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back. Roll it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. When your head hits the mat, palms up to the sky. All right, 5 counts to roll up only to the tips of your shoulder blades. 5, arms down by your side. And then 5 more counts to roll it all the way up. 4, 3, 2. I have to use momentum. Maybe you could do it nice and slow. Shoulders down and back. Let's recline on back. Arms up to the sky. Let's get in one more nice deep breath in. Just straight roll up all the way from the ground. I need to get better at that. Faux show. All right. Tabletop toe taps. Tabletop toe taps coming up next. Come to a tabletop position. Lift your knees a couple of inches off the mat. Then take your right hand, reach for your left toes. Back to that hovering tabletop position. Left hand to right toes. Say tabletop toe taps 5 times real fast. Tabletop toe taps, tabletop toe taps, tabletop toe taps, tabletop toe taps, tabletop toe taps. Not bad. So I'm trying to keep my hips nice and low as I slowly reach for that opposite foot. I'm trying to keep my knees a minimum distance off the mat just so I could slide my hands underneath. I'm trying to keep my shoulder blades retracted, squeezing together. 10 more seconds. I think we only have 1 or 2 more exercises. Oh, we have 1 more exercise, which is our plank for 1 minute and 49 seconds. Are you ready to finish this strong? Get into that plank, tuck your pelvis, engage your abs, straight line from your butt to your shoulders. Arms nice and long, pressing the mat away, while at the same time retracting your shoulder blades. Looking down. You can transition to a forearm plank. Whatever works for you. Maybe while you're in the forearm plank, you do an RKC plank. That's where you pull your elbows in towards your knees and your knees in towards your elbows while keeping that strong plank form. Creating that tension. Or maybe you saw yourself forward and backward. Whatever it takes to keep you occupied while you do this super duper awesome ultra plank. Another 50 seconds left. You can alternate between the straight arm plank and forearm plank. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever you do, just keep that core engaged. Keep on fighting for it. Only 30 more seconds left. We do a quick cool down and you are out of here. 27 seconds left. What an odd time to announce. 19 seconds left. 12 seconds left. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back into a child's pose. Make your knees wider than your hips so your torso can fall in between your thighs. Walk your hands over to one side of the mat. Other side of the mat. Come up to all fours. Take a couple of cat and cows. Exhale around the back. Push the mat away for the cat. Inhale, arch the back, look up. We'll do one more. Cat. One more cow. Come back to all fours. Sit down. Deep breath in. And exhale. That was 30 minutes of abs and core work. Pilates. Lots of Pilates there. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like the video, please subscribe. Please watch one of the hundreds of other videos. Please come back tomorrow for more. We do something different every day live at 1 p.m. Hope to see you there. Bye now.